be wicked hot as they stay back east. All right, 95 on Saturday. That's 95. It's also the same temperature we find in Kingsland, Arkansas. You know where that is, don't you? I hope you do, because it's right down there where Johnny Cash gets his hometown listing. That's right, Johnny Cash. You know him, don't you? I love Johnny Cash. Would you like to sing a little with me? Bet you would. Yeah.
Us live from the Loft 100 studio.
Yeah.
Sunny San Diego, California. On the air, and of course, I have to say, one of my favorite things that Nailz does is 75. In fact, let's do dueling Mathises here, Rusty, who's in our green screen. But here's the real Mathis.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's okay, Mark. Just take a breath.
Take it easy.
In with the good air, out with the bad.
Okay. Anyway, so there's the real Mark Mathis. So where's Nailz?
Yeah, be right in. I'm getting my costume
right,
back.
Very
now,
good.
I got to be Mark.
Yeah, very nice. The Sully Band here once again, filling in without a moment's rehearsal or anything like that. So anyway, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Rusty Nailz, a.k.a.
Thank you very
Mark
good.
Mathis.
Huh? Oh man, I have a full change of clothes ready to go in case this might make him mad. I don't know if anybody.
Does he? Have you seen the dueling Mathises deal on the line?
Yes, I have.
I've seen it a number of times. It's very funny.
Yeah.
How does he feel about that?
I'm not sure yet. And I can't stop as long as.
Well, we have two great guests today,
We're gonna find out.
and they're co-workers.
Oh God.
And the very first one, let's bring her in. She is a San Diego native. She's the youngest of 7. She was a track star in high school, class of 2001 from Madison High School, college graduate, Cal State Fullerton, then off to Tyler, Texas, Fresno, California, CBS San Diego, then KUSI San Diego. Ladies and gentlemen, Teresa Sardina.
Wow.
Yeah.
My goodness.
We are almost out of time with that introduction.
I love it.
Thanks.
Wait, Mark Mathis has a fill-in now.
Yeah, I'm a stunt double. For all those dangerous weather reports, we have to go out in the rain sometimes in San Diego, and that's dangerous.
Yeehaw, I should have worn my cowboy boots.
Well,
You're
hurry back.
local? I didn't realize you were local. Born and raised here in
Yeah,
San
born and raised in Claremont.
All 4 of us.
I went to Claremont High.
What?
Madison
Oh,
High.
yeah, see, we were rivals, although you were born 30 years after I graduated.
I see. Yeah, that's
So
Possibly 40.
maybe so.
Yeah.
Potentially. So who else we got there, buddy?
All right.
Who else could there be?
Now, who else could there be?
Oh boy. The person you
I wonder-
have in the green room, we just had a laugh and attack, and we were talking about our love life.
Oh, my.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if we can move-
Here's Mark's love life. And here's Russ's love life.
There you go. So maybe there's a merge somewhere. Split the difference and get this guy in here.
All right, he is originally from Richardson High School in Dallas, Texas.
What?
He was a standout option quarterback for his high school football team. Highly recruited, went off to Baylor. He then hung up his cleats and then went into television news. Ladies and gentlemen, from KUSI, Mark Mathis.
I said.
There he is.
How are you? Good to see you. Hey, y'all were fantastic. I love you. You're great. You're
Yeah.
wonderful. Who are you? Where the hell are we? Ready?
Over here, Mark.
here.
Oh,
Jeez.
No, sit wherever you want.
I think.
My God, it was an hour and a half drive.
Wow. Well, a plane landed on the.
I had to take a rest stop break.
Well, welcome. Welcome.
Lord.
This is fantastic.
I'm within a 5-mile radius of the whole place. How are you?
First of all,
You look lovely.
Thank
speaking
you.
of lovely, look at those cufflinks.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Who'd you lift to get those? I know, right?
You know,
Hey,
yeah.
can we get a shot at?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
When was the Liberace estate
Ford.
sale, by the way? When did Lee pass those on to?
Before we start the show,
Oh boy.
2 things I want to
Yeah.
say. A very special day. We got robbed last night at the San Diego Music Awards. Last night backstage, me and the band. I'm kidding. I just want to say a humble congratulations to our good friend Rebecca J.
Yes.
Who
Oh,
won,
yeah.
who mopped the floor with us
Song of the
once
year.
again.
Well, she teamed up with someone
Yeah, Jason Mraz. Maybe you've heard of him. maybe.
Yeah.
Or
that could
Jason,
help.
or the Sully Band. No, it's fantastic.
great. You
Not
really
actually
are.
not the Sully Band. It was the Sully and the Sully Band.
Are y'all getting paid okay?
Number 2, right after the show today, I know that Russ is interested in this because it has to do with
Beer?
Yeah. Hess Fest is today. Hess Fest Imperial Beach. We're leaving right here from the stage. We're leaving and heading down to Imperial Beach.
Oh, good.
To play
Awesome.
Hess Fest. But even more importantly,
Are you
The-
at Hess Fest?
yeah, we are headlining Hess Fest. I'm sorry, Mark. You're right. Hey, he says something. He goes, "Oh, you're doing Hess Fest? Like, I'm going to be on Tommy's show today." As I'm being interviewed on KUSI, it's can't wait to be on Tommy's show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
nothing big egos over here,
Hang on
pal.
a second. When I need a booking, I call him.
Very good. But we have a very big, very special announcement also today.
Yeah.
And that is we have a birthday today.
Yeah!
Well, you're late for. Oh, it's not mine. Okay, I see.
Come on.
Here we go.
Here we go. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen.
They're finding their key.
Oh,
How cool.
that is good.
This is so cool.
Yeah. You sound so sincere.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
You know what? Thank you.
Hold on, don't blow that out. Don't blow that out.
All right.
We got one more surprise
Yeah, we
because the
do.
person that should blow that out is, let me bring you back to a gentler time.
I see chalk.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh,
The year
you're gonna make us cry.
is 19,
Uh,
I'm calling it 53,
Oh, okay.
down in Chula Vista, California. Little Tommy Sablon,
Oh,
ignoring the jeers of the other children.
sweethearts.
And look at his granddaughters here.
what?
Look at her. What's up, young lady?
Oh my gosh. All right. Now that got me.
Yeah, you should. You should. Okay,
Hi.
she gets to blow out the candle.
This is Olivia.
Olivia, you want to blow out the candle? Ready? 1, 2.
Yay.
Well done.
Wow.
All right.
You know what? This is my granddaughter, and it's so cool to be a grandfather. Nothing better in the world. And that's so cool. You guys really got me. Because I was texting my daughter saying, hey, let's go
Why
lunch.
haven't you called me back in 3 weeks?
Yeah. Hello,
So
young
cool.
lady. I'm Mark Mathis, KUSI. Hey, nice to meet you.
You're a granddaughter, huh? I mean, you're a
I'm
grandpa.
a granddaughter. I told you, keep the
have a
picture to yourself.
Russ, actually, if you think about Russ's family tree, he's his own grandpa.
That's weird. How does that happen?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're a
Yeah,
grandson?
grandpa, grandson, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, a little,
I am nowhere near that.
yeah, no.
Really?
No.
How old are
Thank
your
you.
daughters?
Thanks, jackass.
Well, how old are your daughters?
Let me see. McKenna is 28 and Delaney is 27.
Okay, I think that's a reasonable question.
Let's not talk. Yeah, but let's not talk about it. We are.
Come on,
Chances
Grandpa.
the grandkids are Slim and None, and
Hey,
Slim
by
just
the
left
way,
town.
Congratulations on y'all's show. Y'all are really catching on.
You mean Tommy?
Thank you.
Yeah, Tommy, congratulations on your show.
Hey, but you know what? Thank you very much. This is so cool to have my granddaughter, and my daughter most likely is back
Is your
there.
daughter here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanessa.
Is Vanessa here?
She's beautiful, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank
That was
you.
Bianca, our production assistant. But nice
Thank
job.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Because Vanessa. But anyway.
Birthday month.
But let's get back to the show. We have Teresa Sardina, we have Mark Mathis, and of course, we're featuring Russ today with his many talents and the Sully Band. My question is this. You guys were both high school star athletes.
Damn right I was.
Let's start off with Teresa. How was that? I mean,
Oh yeah, I ran track at Madison High School. Also played field hockey. I couldn't keep the plaid skirt though.
I had the same problem at Helix.
Like, was it Madison Warhawks?
Madison Warhawks.
I remember, because the Claremont Chieftains, we were rivals.
I know.
I'm not sure your school was built then when I was going to school there.
Yeah, it was built in the 70s.
Yeah. Actually, it was built.
So were my bad habits.
wait, hold on. All right, that's Teresa. We're gonna get into her career.
All right.
But Mark,
What part of track did you do, though? Because there's so many
I
options.
ran the 400 and
Really?
800.
Yeah. Was someone chasing you?
hey now Mark,
Yeah, we got a race.
you Friday Night Lights, Dallas, Texas,
Absolutely.
football.
Huge star.
It's a religion, right? High school football is a religion, right?
Yeah, the Dallas Carter team. We beat them when they were sophomores. I was a junior. They were sophomores, but they were good.
So you were the quarterback. You were an option quarterback, right?
Yeah. There's a picture of me playing Dallas Carter.
That's right up there. See it?
And
That's right there.
Who's doing
When
the?
I almost
This is like the
fell
year
asleep
after you
night
graduated from high school.
wait a minute. So
Charlotte, North Carolina.
how was playing high school football in Texas?
It was great. It's just like the movie. It's exactly like the movie.
I worked in East Texas. The whole town, Friday night,
Shuts
shuts
down.
down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a college
Yeah.
town on home games, too.
And
yeah.
Odessa Permian, who played Dallas Carter,
Yeah.
was West Texas. They're as far West Texas
And
as you can get.
when you went around town, did you get things like free? Like
Yeah.
you guys treated well?
Like, I mean, I could go to any burger joint within a 5-mile radius.
Is it Whataburger or Waterburger?
Whataburger. 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 Just Whataburger should be.
So what ended the career, though?
My
Blow out
knee.
your arm?
I blew out my knee. Back then, if you blew out your knee, you were done.
Right.
You know, it's not like they come back in 6 months now.
Yeah.
But when you tore the ACL, it was over.
You were old.
You're playing Saturday night at McGregor's.
Hey, that's right, tonight.
Playing tonight.
Wait a minute. I think there's some payola going on here. I know
There
when
is.
I say broken kneecap, you say McGregor's on Saturday.
There's your payola. It's a chocolate ding dong.
Apparently, Mark knows the entire McGregor's calendar.
Yeah,
yes.
this week I do.
McGregor's the old sports bar.
Yeah.
Down by the stadium.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I drove by the stadium yesterday.
What do you think?
It's
Well,
incredible.
first of all, it looks great. It's like a Lego thing. All of a sudden, there's lights up like this. And it looks like
It
that.
might
by
be
the
a
way.
Lego thing.
Yeah.
But don't you think they're driving by Qualcomm for years and years and years, and
No,
then
it's
you go
sad.
by and you see that
Oh
thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
very
like
sad.
it reminds me of the way a Prius sounds when it takes off.
Ready?
Yeah, I mean it's out of gas. It does, honestly. It's when you look at the stadium, because remember all those memories, and I said this during, I mean we talked about the stadium during I think 6 different mayors, and you think about that stadium made San Diego a little nicer place to live. If you think in terms of NCAA championships and the Poinsettia Bowl, and then of course the Cedar Fires, and I mean even a street scene was there. Major League Baseball All-Star Game, World Series. Have I mentioned the Chargers once? Not even once. Cheap Trick, Rolling Stones, Billy Joel. Not even one time.
Mud wrestling?
It was a civic asset.
Right.
Now they're trying to pawn this off as a civic asset. I'm thinking it's right. It's a,
Kiss
like,
your
there's a
civic
hit.
asset goodbye.
Thank you. Right.
You know
I
what?
just think
That's very
history
true.
there.
and that's
I'm
a
very
good
excited
point.
about it. I think it's going to be like, when you put that first artificial turf on the high school, and it's so exciting, but then you realize, we're still at a high school football.
So speaking of the stadium,
Yeah.
so about 25 years ago, the Stones were playing the stadium.
Yeah.
And
Were they really?
I had the opportunity to get to meet Mick Jagger. So we go backstage into his dressing room. The dressing room is actually behind the dugout. So I walk back there, and the first person I see,
Who's that?
Charlie Watts.
Charlie Watts. Who passed away this week.
Charlie Watts just hanging out, just relaxing. I just remember saying, "Hey, Charlie," and then he waves, and then Mick comes in. And I used to tell it as
sleep with
I used to
Mick
tell,
Jagger?
yeah, I used to tell the story about, hey, this is when I met Mick, but now I'm going to change it. This is when I met Charlie.
Show of hands. Who didn't realize that Charlie Watts was the first Rolling Stones to die? Because I thought Keith.
Well, no.
Okay.
Hold on, correction. He was 27 years old. He was the first person, Brian Jones, passed away.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
You're
it was,
exactly right. I beg your
That's
pardon.
right.
That's right.
See?
The Rolling Stones belonged to Brian Jones. It was his group.
Teresa, do you know who the Rolling Stones are?
Have you heard of this? Yeah. It's something
Yeah.
something you should look into.
The first time we met, she was so loud, and I just fell in love
Wow.
with her.
Right.
We were sitting outside of Pietro's, and the owner of Pietro's goes into the kitchen, and the kitchen is probably, I don't know, 100 yards from where we're sitting. And she's sitting there, and she yells at the owner to bring out a certain sauce.
We were live in 30 seconds.
And she's like, Sal! And I'm
Wow.
like, oh my God, I love this girl.
Sardina vocal cords.
Like beyond loud. And I was like, this is the
my
greatest
gosh.
girl. I seriously, of all the people at KUSI, she makes me laugh more than anybody I've ever met.
And it's the
Well,
loudest.
How did you get into broadcasting?
Okay, so my internship was at KUSI.
What?
Yeah, in the early 2000s, and Terry Burnhands. Remember Terry Burnhands?
Yeah, he not only had Crocs, he had dress Crocs.
Well,
Remember-
yes,
remember those?
very high-end Crocs.
Remember
Yeah,
those leather
so-
things he wore?
So we met and we got connected. He said, you should try internship at KUSI. So I did.
Yeah.
And it was during the summer. Then I went back to school at Cal State Fullerton, got my journalism degree, and then after that,
She did it legit.
Yeah.
and then I had to get out of San Diego. I was so distracted, you know, just from life and family and friends, and I just.
And your famous sister?
Yeah.
My
Okay, hold on.
sister.
Let's save that.
Yes.
Now
the ball
okay,
girl.
Mark, can I ask you
knock
something
it
real quick? Let me ask something real quick. What do you when Russ does Mark? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
I
love it.
Have you ever considered getting on stage with him? Like at for example, what's the name of the place?
What's this?
Yeah, okay.
Get on stage
Mark,
with
get
me.
up there.
With Mark.
I've always wanted to see
A little
this.
something like McGregor's.
burning ring of
What's this
Hey,
one?
how are you?
Good to see you. You hear that beat? You like the B-52s, don't you? I love them.
Do the shoulder. Do the shoulder.
There it is. There's the weather. 75. Ready, everybody? 74, 75, 74, 75. All right. Now we're doing the weather. Now we got it. Here we go. Is this your song, Sully? I think this is Sully's song, but it sounds a lot like a B-52 song.
Sounds great, boy.
Woo,
honey hush.
Did you see this? Listen to this one.
You see a faded sign by the side of the road that says 15 miles to the line.
Kind of sounds like that, doesn't it? Wow. Got me a car, seats about 20. You know that one? Give me a little of it.
I don't know much of it.
All right, fine. Wow. That's Love Shack.
I maintain they sound better without me. Or you.
Yeah, or anyone.
You guys are really good.
Yes.
Nice job. So today after the
play at Hess
show,
Fest.
come over to Hess Fest, Imperial Beach.
I'll come.
Lots of
Lucky
beer.
guys
Yeah.
have to go to work
What
at
a
2.
gig.
That's right.
What a life you created for yourself.
What a life I've created for myself?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm sitting across from you in the middle of a freaking weekday.
But you get,
That's right.
but you get to go down to Hess Fest,
Yeah, man.
play and sing.
Come on,
and
man.
I'm coming. I'm absolutely.
Well, good, because there's Mike Hess.
want
by the way.
these?
Is Mike coming today? Did I hear Mike?
Yes, he
might be
is.
here?
Oh, yeah, he'll be there.
Oh, Mike. No, I think Mike's going to be on the show today before
Yes.
he heads down.
Oh,
I
good.
think Mike's going to be here. Mike Hess Brewing. Boy, what a great industry you have here. You know, we support. We, as I say, we, the craft beer industry.
Thank you. I've
support-
done my part.
Me too.
Scout's honor.
Do you realize it's a Super Bowl worth of economic activity every single year because of craft beer?
Okay.
So what happened was we had a fishing fleet here in San Diego, which was a number 3 economic driver behind tourism. Tourism has always been number 1 here behind the military. We had the fishing fleet here, and the fishing fleet died out. Then we had aerospace. You guys remember General Dynamics, the Tomahawk missile, and everything else? Yeah. That was the industry. When that died out, guess who came to town, Rusty?
Beer. I like beer.
Sam came to town.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah. Hey, but I did very good beer.
Some very good beer. I drank some very good beer I purchased with a fake
Okay, can I say something?
Very good.
Yes.
My name was
And you tell me, this is something that I disagree with you on.
Okay.
And I never disagree.
Talking to me
with you.
personally?
God, I guess. I'm gonna get up in your wheelhouse in a minute. Break this up.
Get up in your grill.
Have to get Steve.
He was like, man, you talking to me personally? Like you're on my show.
No, you're on Tommy's show, man.
That's right.
When I worked in Austin,
Yeah.
they took the title of the capital or the craft beer capital of the country.
Yeah.
Right.
And it had a shelf life.
Yeah.
It went up and then it kind of died off and then it leveled out.
Yeah.
It's like celebrity. Russ says nobody knows you, everybody knows you, nobody knows you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what happens.
Do you think this has a shelf life?
I think it does.
Oh, I see.
I think it does.
I thought you said it didn't.
No, I think it has a shelf life.
Oh,
for
okay.
sure.
Then we agree.
Because at some point, at some point, you're going to see attrition in any industry.
Sure.
I mean, look at some of the businesses. If you were around in the 80s here in San Diego,
Right.
remember Dr.
I was here.
Leventhal? The Leventhal?
Oh, yeah.
I was here
You'll love it
too.
at Levitt's. Remember
Sam Spitale.
Right, you like right? Mad Jack's Waterbed Gallery. We were like the waterbed capital of the world, Mark, and you know it. Okay, 1977 called. They want their members-only jacket back and all their shag carpet
And their
look
satin
what happened.
sheets.
Listen, my kingdom for a waterbed. You can't find one right now.
No.
But the point is, all industries have an attrition.
Right.
And I think what's going to happen is you're going to see. Just like what happened during Prohibition, you saw all these little whiskey brands and stuff like that, and all of a sudden there was a roll-up. Okay?
Right.
There'll be a roll-up like Constellation Brands did, a Ballast Point for $1 billion a couple years ago. You're going to see more and more of that happening.
Oh.
I can see that being applied to comedy clubs because there were just a couple.
Yeah.
Then there was just a buttload, and
right.
now they're coming back to just a
Buttload
couple.
business term, by the way.
I don't want to talk over your head or anything.
Question.
Google it.
All right. Question for Teresa.
Yes.
All right. You're at college, and all of a sudden you get a phone call to go to Tyler, Texas. How did you say yes to Tyler, Texas? And tell us.
Oh, I was freaking out. So I was a production assistant for NBC Los Angeles during that time for a few years. And then I wanted to try the whole on-air thing. So I was applying all over. I really wanted to stay in Southern California, but that couldn't happen. So yeah, I got a call to go to Tyler, Texas, and drove out there with just my suitcase. And I was out there for 2.5 years, reporting and anchoring. And then I wanted to come back to San Diego. I applied. I even contacted our news director, Steve Cohen. And he's like, you're not ready. Jumped to another market. So I went to Fresno for almost
When he
5
said,
years.
when he said you're not ready, did that inspire you to say, well, I'm going to prove you wrong?
Yes.
That would
and
piss me off.
I stayed in touch with him over the years. So I went to Fresno, and I still stayed in contact with all the stations here in San Diego, and just fixed my resume tape and just tried, and they're like, no. Every single station in San Diego said no.
Yeah.
You're not ready. You need more experience.
And you got it.
Let's go back to Tyler, Texas.
That's where I interned.
What was your first hit? What was the first thing you ever did on air? And the camera went on.
It was crazy. Okay. A child was found in a septic tank. That was my first breaking news
Thanks for
story.
bringing this. No, I was hoping it was like a donut shop.
No.
Cut! Start the music again. Let's just wrap it.
Thank you.
It was awful.
Okay.
Breaking news story. Hey, that was Texas.
I thought it was going to be like the putt-putt over in Tyler's open in front of
That's why I paused.
Yeah, the cat
Because-
show maybe, but
That's why I paused.
Yeah.
Because it was a bizarre first live shot.
Truly
and then
was.
the
covering.
famous Tyler, Texas cat show.
yeah,
A
OMG.
news director that sends a brand new reporter out to a child.
Okay.
Well, he didn't want to go. Send her.
Yeah.
Neil Barton, he's one of the best news directors.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Oh, you know him too.
I worked with Neil.
Oh, in Dallas, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like Texas?
I loved it, Texas. It was, East Texas was different. So I moved there. I was at the grocery store getting stuff ready for my house, and I couldn't find the beer and wine. And I'm like, where in the world?
Here's the grocery list.
And I'm like, where in the world is
Beer,
wine?
wine.
So I asked the clerk, where's the beer and wine? And they said, ma'am, you live in a dry county.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, what? And my parents were like, out of all the places you moved to in the country, you moved to a dry county?
Dry County, the way they say it there,
dry
too.
county. And so then my news director at the time, he said, Teresa, you moved here just in time because beer and wine is going to be on the November ballot. And it passed,
Yeah.
and when it passed, it was like prohibition. People were protesting, keep Smith County dry, And so my friends were like, where in the hell are you working?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so yeah,
Counties in Texas, though.
It won't be long.
No. Yeah, but East Texas was fun.
Mathis would have been out of broadcasting. He's going to quit right there.
All right. More questions.
No
More
more of the
questions.
stories. No weatherman. No media personality. He had a huge insurance business in Vegas.
I would have started. We got to start a winery someplace.
More questions after the break.
All right. On the air. It's on the air.
That's a great story.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time.
How do you like it so far?
Keep the ends out for the tie that bind. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Let's have some horns! Where's that band coming from? I kind of like it here. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. Here we go! I fell in the burning ring.
Can you name a song?
Ba ba ba.
No. Can you name a song?
Kind of had that Jackson 5.
It's
feel.
Jackson 5.
Oh, yeah.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
It's called
right.
I Want You Back.
I want you back.
I Want You
I
Back.
Want
That's
You
it.
Back.
Yeah, I Want You Back.
That's why we have these two fabulous people with us.
Mark Mathis, Teresa Sardina. Boy, it's like the old and the young. Isn't it?
I can't believe you guys put us on a show together. 'Cause
Yeah.
we have laughing attacks together.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you and you
Yeah.
and you to come to on my new podcast. Mark my words.
I heard of this.
So you come. Tommy's been on it, part one, but I really want you guys
Let's
to
go.
come because I want to talk to you about just your life.
Where do you do it?
Well, KUSI.
Oh, no,
Right there.
Yeah.
In the back room.
Converted janitorial
We
closet.
converted
Hot in that room, by
they-
the way.
Have you been back there?
Yeah.
Since they've redone it?
Wait a minute. I've seen this on social media. Is that the thing where you drag people in unwittingly that don't want to come there and then you talk to them for 20 minutes? It's fantastic. I love it.
We love
No,
that.
it's actually, you had Steve Cohen there. It was it was actually a really good conversation.
Well, but they've redone the whole room.
Really?
Like once Mr. McKinnon Jr. saw it, he was like, and then he just,
Right.
he did it right because we were just, grabbing
It's really
anything we
interesting is
could.
what happens when they show up with a green screen behind you and they just lock the door and you're there all day? I mean, Mark's never allowed on the
They're
set.
just gonna
You
record-
just stay there.
Actually, it's great.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm bored, I just go back
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. Let's do it. Let's go in.
Yeah,
I'd love for you, and
That show's
I want
fun.
you to talk about like the whole comedy scene in LA and coming down here. And
No
all
way. There's not a chance in hell, Mathis. No.
Make sure you have a rundown.
that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got in trouble.
So let me ask Russ. So,
What am I doing here?
I mean,
It's like when Ginger Jeffries took over the whole show and started interviewing our guests. Right.
I
Done.
love it.
We're
I
done.
call her Judge
Wait a minute.
Jeffries.
Ginger took over. You're kidding.
We asked them to be a part of the show.
wait, hold on.
Wrong.
I have questions for all three of you, including you, Russ.
Okay.
What's it like to impersonate
That's a better choice.
Mark Mathis, and how do you do it?
in post.
And how do you do it?
First time I heard his voice, I did not see his face. So I just turned around like, like you do at an accident.
Like when the plane landed earlier this week.
Yeah, there's a plane in my
Like
back
that.
window. What the heck? No, so I went, hey, what is, and people tell me, Ron Burgundy's done. You need something new. And I went,
Hey, I got some classes like this, and
I've had to color in my gray hairs
I
because
like,
he's much younger
I like
than
the
me.
shimmy.
oh, it is. There's a certain thing he does, and then he's got the hand in the pocket like that a little bit.
And for some reason, any temperature that ends in the number 5, he can't help himself, but he just kind of
Kicks his
Oh
thigh.
my God. Please.
Right in the middle of the wiggle, he can go, and today, 75.
so he's
Please fill in for Mark one day.
He's filming many
Now,
times.
Mark, when you're doing weather, do you ever feel you're impersonating
doing Russ?
Yes. I've always said that you never, it's the whole Dana Carvey thing. When he started doing George Bush, 41, nobody imitated George Bush 41. They imitated Dana Carvey doing George Bush. So I imitate Russ doing me a lot.
Yeah.
And it's because he has all of the acts.
I don't know.
And it's
How
just
can
a
you not
bigger
just
version.
start talking that way when you see this guy? How are you?
There was a great social media post that had you guys wearing the exact same shirt, the exact same pants, and the glasses.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where you were. And I think it was like maybe
KUSI.
Bell, but it was like a
McGregor's.
All right.
Well,
I got a real question.
Well, I didn't get the memo. Everyone's wearing black over here.
Oh, we're
And
fat.
I have a random cupcake right here.
By the way, you've lost weight. You look great.
Thank you.
What are you talking about? Thanks. Thanks,
Both
pal.
of them.
You're exactly the same as I did my whole life. When I was 8, I looked like this. It's tragic. Thanks for bringing that up. One more day, I would have been over it.
I got a real question.
Oh, good.
Teresa.
Bring it on, Tom. You got me whatever you want.
Earlier you were saying Steve Cohen said, hey, you're not ready. Other stations in San Diego saying, hey, you're not ready. Was there a time when they said, hey, you're ready?
Yes.
So did Steve Cohen ever say that?
Friday, last week.
Well,
Just
it was interesting when I connected with Steve Cohen because I was coming back from a live shot from, I think it was Julian, and my hair was a mess. I was in the snow with our photographer. I'm at the gas station.
wow.
Yeah, in Kearny Mesa by the station. And I'm like, oh no, there's Steve Cohen, but I'm like a mess right now. And I said hello to him, and he's like, Teresa, I've been watching your work. You're doing an amazing job. Give me a call this week.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Now you're talking.
That's
Yeah,
the nod.
so I called him
That's called
this-
the nod.
Another
Yeah.
dinner.
Got the
So
nod.
I called him that Monday, and he said, come in tomorrow. And I met with Steve Cohen, the news director, and Mike McKinnon.
I have a question because you post on social media pictures of you and your photographer as if you guys are attached at the hip because you could like you know I can't.
I'm kind of jealous of that.
No, but it's like there's this relationship like in talk radio. You have an engineer on the other side of the glass, and he knows your speed. Like right here on TV, Jared Coleman, our Emmy award-winning director, knows our speech pattern, so he knows when to switch from camera to camera. It's like that with him, right? Like he knows the whole thing.
Yeah, he's one of the best photographers I think I've worked with. He's
David, right?
What's his name?
David
Villegas, and he's been in San Diego for about 40 years.
Yeah, I've seen it.
He's
Wow,
so
with
funny.
CW.
Right when I make eye contact with him, I just start laughing. We
Yeah.
just laughed the whole time, but I've learned a lot from him. And
But it's important to have that kind of relationship,
Exactly.
right?
I've worked with several photographers, and I feel like I do my best when I'm working with David.
Yeah.
Now, you don't have to
well,
worry
part of it is
about
they have your
anything.
back, right? I mean, part of it
Yeah.
is right.
A good photographer, you only have to worry about your gig.
Yes.
Not their gig, too.
Thank you.
And
Exactly.
when you have to worry about their gig, too,
Yeah, right.
you're that.
Yeah, if you have to lean over and go, could you focus?
No, I trust him. He trusts me. So, I mean, I like our work partnership.
And I have a bone to pick with you since they went one-on-one. I don't think that running is really a sport.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah, it is.
NASCAR is not a sport.
That's driving. The other one,
Left-hand turning.
NASCAR's a sport.
I've always been a runner. I jog on the beach like 3 days a week.
Well, you better start running now, girl. Get out of here. Shoot.
God bless Charlie Watts. Charlie Watts and the Rolling Stones.
Congratulations on your new show. It's really catching on.
Thank you, appreciate it. He was talking to Tommy.
The Tommy Show. We're guests.
If you stop me up, if you stop me up, I'll never stop. If you stop me up, if you stop me up, I'll never stop. You make a grown man cry, yes, man, I'm that oil, gasoline, all right, smooth.
Yeah, what's that?
We actually did make a grown man cry today.
You know what? You did. That was so
That's
cool. When
fantastic. Tommy Sablon's birthday.
What he has done for KUSI is unbelievable.
Exactly.
What
No,
he
for San
brings-
Diego. Come
Hold
on.
on.
Come
Sully,
on.
And by
please,
the way,
wait.
it's his 37th anniversary of his 20th year.
Yes.
Please.
And you have a heart of gold.
Yes,
too.
continue.
Yeah. Oh,
It's amazing.
Enough about me. How about you?
Wait,
What do
no,
you
no,
think
but-
about me?
But you guys are the guests, and I do want to ask you, Teresa. You're the youngest of 7. You have 5 brothers and a sister. We all know. What was it like growing up as the youngest with 5 brothers?
I love it. I have a
didn't
huge.
met her.
Are
they tough?
A huge Mexican Sicilian family, and my siblings were like best friends. I love it. My parents are amazing. My mother passed away nearly 5 years ago, but they raised strong kids, and we're all
awesome.
close. And we love sports. We love traveling together, and they're not too protective. They kind of let me do
Get
my
out and
thing.
experience it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, put the penny in the light socket.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Just don't
Learn, kid.
Learn something.
They would just say, "Don't date my friends."
Okay.
Wow.
We've asked this of Casey McKinnon. We asked this of Allie
Elizabeth
Wagner.
Alvarez.
Elizabeth Alvarez. Give me the most uncomfortable on-air moment of your career.
Before now.
Because you're live most of the time. Like there's some weird stuff that happens there. Like the time that Allie's guest didn't show up when they said she was going to be there and she had to vamp for 20 minutes or something like that.
Which Teresa can do as well. She's a pro.
Is there any crazy weirdness that have gone on the air like you just wish you weren't there? Other than, again, this.
I don't know. I haven't had a crazy experience yet. I mean, as far as production, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But probably.
No weird drunk guests like Joe Namath comes up in the middle after the Super Bowl or something
I
like
haven't
that.
had anything crazy yet. I've had guests where they take off, like I'm getting ready to go live. And
they leave.
And I turn around, I'm like, where'd they go? And they had to run to go to a board meeting, and you just have to improv. And
Try running a band 5 minutes before you go on.
yeah, but I haven't had.
I will say this about her, and I've watched. The first time I saw you, I thought, wow, she is really good. But she is as good of a reporter as this city's ever seen.
Oh.
She really is.
Well, I saw you going with your iPhone and interview some knuckleheads that were protesting, not wearing it. I don't know what the hell it was, but without the news camera, your own phone, you talked to him, said, I'm just trying to get you.
It was so good we aired it.
I know.
The whole thing.
And nothing but the thing.
I didn't want to miss it because we didn't have a live shot coming up, and something was so crazy was happening. I'm like, I have to get this live because the opposing side, they were saying, go home, KUSI, go home.
Right.
Go home, let them breathe. And
They
it
do
was
that a
so
lot.
crazy. And I just captured it, went over there and just said, why are you here? Like, why are you so upset?
Yeah.
But as far as something crazy happened at KUSI on air, nothing yet.
Okay. What's your favorite on-air moment so far? Do you have one?
I think probably laughing attacks with Ginger.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Ginger and Logan. And Mark. Mark's like, wait, when we were melting in your podcast room.
Yeah, it used to be hot because
We were
they
literally
didn't
dripping
have the
sweat.
air turned on back because it's back in the old magazine area. And they didn't have the air conditioner on back there. So they finally turned it on and you don't melt. But she came on and we didn't really, when she and I talk, we talk about everything and it's like
We got so
ADD
distracted.
rabbit hole.
And Mark,
Yes, sir.
one of the best things you do is when you call your dad. When you first called your dad on television, I thought, wow, that has to be an actor. Your dad is incredible. How did he get to be so funny?
He's a showman. I mean, it really, he is. He wanted to be an opera singer, and it still is an opera singer.
Wow.
He studied for 30 years with the same guy.
Okay.
And
Now that's a skill. Running? No. I still say everybody runs.
well, I don't.
Comes in the category of running, blinking, breathing.
Yeah, well,
But seriously,
Olympic breather.
it's like if you auditioned Fathers to be on television and he got it.
got the part.
I mean,
He's as people will say, hey, where did you pick up your mannerisms and all that kind of thing. He is as funny and as skillful of a human being as I know, And
where does he live?
He's in Dallas.
Dallas.
And, it really is like, I never worry that he's going to say something wrong or he's not going to be articulate or funny.
Don't you wish he could share that same feeling?
I just want him to be proud.
He winces when he did he teach you a little opera? Did you guys ever just kind of riff like
Yeah.
No opera
Start
singer
doing
goes
opera.
like this.
well, the Mathis family does.
Did I ever show you that video of him at the? It's at a symphony, and they're doing the 12 Days of Christmas, and they take the microphone into the audience.
Oh, great.
And he sings 12 golden rings, and he just brings it, and he brought the house down at the Dallas Symphony.
'Cause that's-
And I'll try to find it. I'll send
hey,
it to you.
can you tell us the coin flip story? What's the coin flip story?
With Jerry?
Yeah.
My dad was running Bum Bright's companies before Jerry Jones bought the Dallas Cowboys. So when they were haggling over, I think $500. I don't quote me on that.
$500,000.
$500,000. So Bum owned the Cowboys, and he said, "All right, Jerry, I'm going to flip this coin." He said, "Heads, you owe me $500,000. Tails, you don't owe me a dime." And so it was my dad, Jerry Jones, Jerry's attorney, and Bum Bright. And so Bum flipped the coin and goes off the seat and lands in the ashtray. It's heads.
Yeah.
Jerry owes him $500,000. 2 weeks later, I'm playing golf with my dad, and my dad says, "Yeah, old Jerry didn't know that was a two-headed coin." True story. Now, fast forward a year.
Yeah.
I interned at KLTV in Tyler. I had covered the Cowboys in Thousand Oaks for their training camp. I'm in a room the night before they play the Cowboys with Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson, a bunch of CBS Sports guys.
Wow.
And I said, Jerry, did you ever check the other side of that corner? Oh. He got all red in the face, stormed out of the room. And this was before cell phones, and my dad lit me up.
Here's what he said. Here's what he said.
There it is. We have the recording.
Okay, wait a second. Mark Mathis, actually on this program for the first time ever, you sang opera for us here. So I have a question for you.
I did?
Since you're dressed like Johnny Cash, will you go on stage and sing some Rolling Stones?
Come on. Help. I don't know a lot of
Come on, help him out.
Come on.
I'll show you how to do it.
Honky tonk woman,
It goes like this.
or in this day and age, Russ, honky tonk person.
Honky tonk person. I met them.
In honor of Charlie Watts.
I think there's a little cowbell. Who has the cowbell? More cowbell.
That's a glass case.
Just a burning ring of fire.
No, that's the other song. I met a gin-soaked barroom queen, and it's Memphis. And it's the 5 golden rings anyway, not 12. Oh, Jesus.
There you go. How about that?
I think we nailed it. You had the heat right across his shoulder. I just can't seem to drink you off my mind. Here's the easy part. I didn't mean to be singing your honky tonk woman. Give me the honky tonk blues. Yeah. She's a honky tonk woman. Yeah. Now you got it. Yeah. There you go. Give me the honky tonk blues. Yeah. Thanks everybody. Congratulations on your new show. What's it called? On the Air with Sully. Honky tonk blues. Honky tonk women. Give me honky tonk blues.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, rest up.
Hey,
Rest up, because in a half hour we're playing at Hess Fest. Okay, you guys got to start packing up, get out of here, going on to Impersonations.
Hello, IB.
So we played there. What is it, J-Mo? 5 years in a row now, something like that. At Hess Fest. It's a great time because it's all the breweries in San Diego, not just Mike Hess Brewing, which is fantastic.
Right.
And I'm holding his cool mug that I don't. He said, "Oh, you can't keep that because
Why?
this is for the VIP ticket." Which he's going to take. So he'll be here.
Wow.
Isn't that
And again, is this the IB?
Yeah, they've never done it in Imperial Beach.
That's what I
They
thought.
usually do it on Grimm Street in front of
you
their
know
deal.
what? I grew up in Chula Vista down in the South Bay, and they really cleaned up
Boy,
IB.
the regentrification of IB
I know.
is insane.
I've been wanting to move down there for like 5 years.
And we've wanted you to.
Yeah.
Right near the mouth of that.
Yeah, because Dan plans
Seriously.
there like 4 days a week.
I would be over
Oh,
in
darn,
Tijuana.
Mark's stuck in traffic again.
Mark's over in Tijuana.
All right.
Swam there.
Wait a minute. So
I
what?
think
So
it's the guy that gets it back.
what else?
I
We're
love
promoting a
Tijuana.
couple of things. First of all, big happy birthday wishes to Tommy.
Well, thank you very much. But I want to say this about Teresa Sardina. Thank you. Teresa Sardina, today's Saturday. Tomorrow morning, she'll be reporting on KUSI's Good Morning San Diego.
Wow.
And speaking of Good Morning San Diego, during the week, Monday through Friday, we got to mention Paul Rudy, Lauren Finney, and Mark Mathis. They do that every morning.
I want to say.
And the Thursday, the everyday DSC at 7:40. That is
Yes.
so funny. I can't believe.
yeah.
I can't believe you put up with it
How
sometimes.
big of a rock star is Lauren? I really
Yeah.
think I've made her.
I think yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, she gave me the cufflinks, so I think that says something.
I think he lifted the cufflinks. I've seen Mark's wardrobe room.
Yeah.
And of course, Mark, can the world listen to your podcast? And
yes.
And when is it? How do
on
they find it?
all of the major platforms, Spotify being the major one, Google
Sure.
Play.
You twit
and,
face?
Yeah. Twitter, YouTube,
everywhere
Facebook.
else.
Yeah, you tweet Facebook.
Wow, easy.
So-
Steady.
I was on it. You guys need to be on it.
You know it was one of the fastest growing until they wanted to get a new computer.
Yeah.
Isn't that always the bar? Everything's going great
Mr. McKinnon
until
saw
they
the old
do.
one and was like, "We're getting a new one." It was
Yeah.
one of the fastest growing podcasts in the country.
So you got a new computer?
Wow.
That's happened to ABC News, you know. Growing up there, bought a new computer, whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll come and do the podcast after I'm at McGregor's later today, too.
Oh,
Anyway, what? No, I didn't say that. Nobody knows.
You're playing it.
I am. Damn right.
All right.
All right, let's bring in Mike.
Is Mike Hess here? Mike
Mr. Hess.
Mr. Mike Hess.
Mike Hess from the Mike Hess Brewery.
And you have it.
There he is.
Hey, nice hat.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
How
Good to see you. I'm
are you
Mark.
doing, Mike?
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Mike is you're well. How many years is this for Hess Brewing? Not the Hess, is it Hess Brewing?
11.
11
years this summer, yeah.
And how many brewers do we have in San Diego now?
160-ish with like 220 locations.
$850 million in economic impact every year. Is it growing or is it evening off?
I think it's probably still growing, you know. I mean, and some of the brewers are getting into the seltzer world, which is a big part of what's going on
The
in
White
the craft
Claws
industry.
of the world and stuff like
yeah,
that.
truly, White Claw, those guys own it, but, you know, there's a lot of breweries in town making
I can always
seltzer.
tell when Tommy's in seltzer world. His eyes go back in his head.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, absent. Question. Okay, what is Hess Fest? Take me from the beginning.
Well, okay, so it's our anniversary party, and originally it was just like fun, you know, we got food trucks and whatever, that was when we were in Miramar, but when we moved to North Park, Greg had the idea, my brother had the idea of doing like a big beer festival, and that was kind of a thing.
Love him.
Yeah, he's not too bad, you know. But this year we changed it, so the format went from being like 20 breweries and a street party in North Park to this, it's more music-centric, family-friendly, all ages, in IB, on the grass, in the sand, at the park. It's going to be a super lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's much more about the music and the family.
You're right there by the pier?
Yeah, we're at that Pier Plaza Park right there.
Oh.
So we tried to do it in the street in Imperial Beach.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, we met with like some of the city folks and like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. And
Nathan
then they're
Fletcher
like,
got in the way, didn't he?
well, there were people who did get in the way. It wasn't him, but he could have. But they just said, you know, we don't want to shut down Seacoast. That's the main drag.
All right.
Okay, that's fine. But then the city manager, Andy Hall, was like, why don't you check out the park? And I was like, all right, because we were going to pull it and just put it back in North Park because we've done it there so many years and it's easy.
Yeah.
But I looked at the park, I was like, for what we're doing, which is like, you know, people coming out to enjoy the Sully Band and the other music acts, this is way better venue. So they can bring out lawn chairs and blankets and hang out and and we'll just have food and,
And get
beverage.
beers and stuff. Hey, do you do a light beer? Do real brewers make light beer?
Well, we make beers that are lower in ABV and low calorie.
no.
We don't call anything light beer,
No.
but you know, like Steel Beach is our lager. It's 4.5%. We sell a lot of that.
Yeah. When I thought Coors just poured a little extra water and some leftover and went, hey, guess what?
Just less malt.
Like
more
a
water.
diet-
That's
it's like
all.
your Diet Scotch
Diet
idea,
Scotch.
extra ice cube.
That's it.
So okay, but we've had this event on Grimm Street.
Yeah.
And it's been like a little block party
Right.
for years and years and years.
For sure.
Which has been interesting because it's right there in the middle of North Park, in the middle of the traffic, and this is going to be a different experience, I think.
Totally different experience. Yeah.
So are we still selling? I mean, you start up here in about 35 minutes. You still,
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing sitting here. I gotta
Yeah, get the hell out of here. Take your little
are there still tickets available?
bottle
Are
here.
sold out yet? Can people still go?
No, we're still selling tickets at the door.
Okay.
You know, because the space will hold 1,500 people.
Okay.
Right, and I think the most we've ever drawn for an actual Hess Fest in North Park is about 1,100, and I think we're going to have more than that here today.
Yeah, it'll be great. That's fantastic.
right.
And then there is a VIP ticket, but are those sold out?
The only one that sold out was the couples VIP, where you get like a $25 discount. So it's
Mark,
not-
Russ, sorry.
All right, sorry.
Hey, that's fine. We're identical twins.
But we sold like 150 couples VIP, which comes with that growler and unlimited
Mine,
tacos
you
and
mean?
beverage and stuff like that. So yeah, it's
How many
pretty sweet.
hours a day do you work out?
I work out all the hours of the day.
Yeah.
He's lifting kegs, for God's sakes, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's at
Is
work.
this your first event since California has reopened?
We did actually Hess Fest August 8th up in Walnut Creek, which was super interesting because Contra Costa County was in like much stricter lockdown than San Diego. But we still had like 700 people show up for Walnut Creek, which is
Okay,
really fun.
Real quick, really important. You're
Yeah.
benefiting a lot of great things here. This
Well, that's
is not
really
just
the
about
point.
beer and Hess Fest. You got a lot of charities here. Talk about
Yeah,
the
we've always had Hess Fest as a philanthropic event. So this year, we've raised money for 4 organizations. So Next Step Service Dogs and Navy SEAL Foundation and San Diego Music Foundation are for Imperial Beach. But we did Dogs for Diabetics and MIB Agents, which does pediatric cancer research at Walnut Creek.
Oh, wow.
And we donate 100% of the net proceeds. So we know we have to pay some people, the fence people, the porta potty people, that type of thing. Actually, the fence is actually getting donated in IB. But once we net out all the costs, we donate the rest of it all to the foundations.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And beer's not just from Mike Hess Brewing. There's beers from all over San Diego.
Not this year.
This year's just you?
Nope, this year it's just
I think
us.
it's-
Look at you.
And look who's
So
here.
proud.
We have root beer, so right? So
There we
no
go.
problem. There's root beer.
Are you going to the seltzer business?
We do seltzer. Yeah, we'll start packaging here. It's called Free Flow.
All right.
It's very good. The tasting rooms, we've been doing like some piloting test projects, getting customer feedback.
And what flavor did you fill mine with? Well, I'll just tell you. I'll let you know.
You let me know. Yeah.
Like a recorder.
When I was
Nice.
doing nights, I went down and covered the farmers markets down in Imperial Beach, and it was my favorite city that I went to a farmers market. I just fell in love with Imperial Beach.
I think IB is awesome.
I mean, I think it's really one of San Diego's really.
I had spent zero time in IB until we found that project, and I was there and I GC'd the job and built it and met so many people just walking by and they're like, "What's going on in here?" Because we
that's
a lot.
you call that a tasting room down there? Is that
It
what
is a
it's
tasting
called?
room. Well, it's a beer garden.
It's a
called
beer
Mike's
garden.
Yard.
Yeah, the Hess Mike Hess Brewing beer garden in IB is pretty spectacular.
It is awesome.
He'll be in
that
October.
lot was just blight. That was nothing.
Yeah,
that was that was just.
All right, and giddy up. You guys play us out so we can get out of here.
Hey, wait.
Las Musica.
Nice events are back. Things are kind
It
of
is
slow.
great.
Right?
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Mark Mathis, Mike Hess, and Olivia. Bye. So wave, Olivia. Olivia, wave.